spend this time with you this afternoon. I mean, I've known you for more than 5 years now.
Yes.
We've worked together, Leeds and MECA, on many projects, and I'm so pleased that we could find this time to share more about what MECA does. So
Definitely would love to have a yarn and see what we could do together, and also capture some of the stuff we're already doing.
absolutely. I mean, to me, I feel MECA is an example of a true grassroots organization. You're community driven, locally based, locally focused. And I think everything that you do is with the ultimate vision of connecting, providing information, and empowering local community members from diverse cultural backgrounds. What are some of the services and programs do you offer to continually provide that and be so relevant for local community?
So thank you for that question. So MECA, if you think of it, we have two wings. One is we help people settle, new arrivals, migrant refugees, and the other wing is about supporting young people. So when it comes to settlement, obviously people need information to settle, so we run information sessions. People need to learn how to drive to get around to places, so partner with other organizations to do driving programs. We do social connection is critical, so people come into a different country, new country, they're like, well, I've left all my network there, what do I do?
Yeah.
So then we have activities here where they will build network, like sewing class, where we have a garden program where people come and meet in, those kind of things. So in a way, it's about giving them some skills so they can be job ready as well. Driving has a significant role in terms of helping people get a job. At the same time, building their social network as well. And when it comes to young people, it's mainly mentoring. We go into the school and help those young people who feel like they're about to disconnect, or the school feels like they need extra help. Those are the young people we get, and we recruit a lot of mentors, train them and take them into the school so they can actually support those young people socially, emotionally, and that also results in improvement academically. School attendance, things like that.
So this is the cohort who is either disengaged or at a high risk of being disengaged from school.
Absolutely.
Okay, and that's so critical, especially for the Blacktown LGA, as well as in Cumberland. More and more we hear that from the schools. So
yeah,
very much needed program.
Absolutely.
That's great to know. So this, and how long have you been, providing services in those two separate streams?
Roughly about 35 years. We received our grant about 35 years ago in support young people, and that has been so supporting young people has been part of our DNA since then, and we really do work with the local community when it comes to settlement. Our motto is that we'll have limited staff and significant number of volunteers, of bringing a young group of young people who are excited about helping the community, and also local community who understands the local issues, bring together, and our job is to facilitate so that those issues do get addressed. So that's kind of the model we follow, and it works. So that's one of the things that I think MECA has been able to be successful for the last 35 years. Looking ahead is that we want to see if there is a social enterprise component that could help it become sustainable, because for 35 years we kind of saying that we need funding, but that's not sustainable. And also you cannot tell your client to be able to stand up for yourself and able to provide for yourself by doing ABCD as an organization while you're not that.
Well, you're not role modeling that, right?
So then it is important for us to say, okay, this is the right way of going, and therefore it gives us a bit of confidence to share that with our clients as well. So that's a kind of looking ahead what we want to do.
And interesting, although the name says Mount Druitt Ethnic Communities
Agency,
as far as I know, you cover a lot broader than just Mount Druitt, Blacktown and surrounding areas.
Yes.
Isn't that right?
Yes. We do cover, even though we started here on Mount Druitt, we've grown in terms of service we provide a bit outside of Mount Druitt. So that's why sometimes when people hear that, they'll say, okay, you just provide service to Mount Druitt. And we're trying to work around that. We do have people coming from Maryland, from Liverpool. Some of the stuff happens is because our clients who do receive support here will share with their friends somewhere else, and they'll say that if you receive such an help and you trust them,
Yeah.
then I rather come because I trust you and then you trust them. So that
Word
trust,
of mouth.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we do see people coming from different places to take part in this. So yeah.
Your leadership has been phenomenal. I mean, people do talk about MECA, how connected you are, how linked you are with the local communities. So really would like to acknowledge that and thank you.
Thank you.
Because I remember a few years back, you and I started talking about collaboration, about how important it is in the community sector. And it's just not organizations doing well themselves, but it's about a collective effort where we take everyone together in the same direction so that, right kind of services are provided at the right time. And you're a big advocate, and I remember you saying, Sharmily, we need to have a Linker network in Blacktown.
Yeah, we need to relook at how we do things, and the way to do it is that as a sector we need to sit down together, and that's where Linker Network comes in, create a platform for us where we say, okay, this is the way we should go. We've done this and it didn't work. We should try this. The study shows that it works, and give it a go. And I think what you're doing is a great platform for us to have some kind of standard to work on.
Has been a member of LEAD for a number of years now, and I know you are very deeply involved in the development of your team members, your volunteers on a regular basis.
When it comes to the community sector in general, it's filled with people who have compassion to help people. But if we're not equipped to help, then it becomes a tragedy of the compassion. So organizations like you help us in saying that I'm passionate, my heart burns to help. And how should I help is where it comes in and saying that that compassion is met with some kind of training, so then we feel equipped to go out and support that. And so therefore, I think it is essential for organizations to have capacity building training organizations working closely, not as a distance kind of thing, is saying where we call and saying that, hey, we need training in this, is more of that ongoing conversation where which is happening, that the Linker Network creates a platform for us, but offline also we have a conversation. And so where there is a thinking collectively happening, and then out of that thinking comes, oh, there's a need in this space. So then we kind of ahead of the curve, where we see issues coming up, and then we are prepared before things come to our front door. So that's one of the things that LEAD plays a big role for us. It's been quite significant and it's important, and we hope that this continues on and provides supports not just organizations like us, but even for unincorporated organizations where communities get together. They're like, we don't have a place to meet, and MECA says you can come and meet at our space, and then find out that there's a need for training where they could come and receive that, or you come to them and provide them that as well.
So thank you for joining me.
No, thank you.